So good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Choice Open House Information Night. My name is Gina Moody, and I am the Director of Student Services and Whole Child Support. We have a chock full of information for you this evening. We will start in this main room and give you just overall highlights of the wonderful things that the Christina School District is doing. And then around 6:25, we will drop a link into the chat box, and you will be able to access a full page of school-specific Zoom links. And you can go into one school Zoom link for half an hour. And then if you so choose, you will come out of that. And around 7:15, choose another school to visit for the other half hour. And then we will also have our choice expert in her Zoom room for the entire hour. So again, okay. Someone said I'm muted. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Everyone can hear me? Okay. All right. Someone else said I hear you. Okay. Thank you very much. Whew. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So to start us off, we will have our wonderful Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Deirdre Joyner, start off with some specific school highlights for the Christina School District. Dr. Joyner?
Thank you, Dr. Moody. Good evening to all the CSD staff, friends, and family gathered here tonight for Choice Open House. I am Deirdre Joyner, Deputy Superintendent for the Christina School District. On behalf of Dr. Shetland and our entire leadership team, I am over the moon with excitement that you are here with us this evening. When you think about choice, it's a beautiful thing. It allows one to experience new opportunities and make powerful decisions when faced with two or more possibilities. So when you consider Delaware has 19 school districts, not including charters, we know you have choices, and yet it makes us smile to see you here with us this evening. Our next slide. When presented with two or more possibilities like schools, let me tell you a little about the winning academies we have here in Christina School District. We are home to 2 early education centers, 14 elementary schools, 2 schools who identify as elementary and middle because they house grades 1 through 8, 3 middle schools, 3 high schools, 11 other schools and special programs, 25 advanced placement courses, 16 dual enrollment courses, and 27 graduation pathways. So yes, there's something for everyone here at CSD. Next slide. Some of the other highlights of our district, we are also home to 2 national high-performing Blue Ribbon schools, 3 national PTA schools of excellence, and 2 compassionate championship award schools by way of the Governor's Family Service Cabinet. We have cutting-edge high schools with focused pathways and enhanced programs that you'll hear about this evening. Our own Newark High School has been ranked as one of 2021's best high schools by U.S. News and World Report. We have a national ESEA distinguished school, and ESEA stands for Elementary and Secondary Education Act, and it's the name of the law that governs what schools are expected to do throughout the school year, throughout the nation as well. And we have 3 Delaware PBS recognition schools. Our junior ROTC program has been awarded for outstanding organization. And on a day-to-day basis, our students are taught by the best of the best. 50% of Christina teachers have master's or advanced degrees. Next slide. Our advanced academic program includes expanding gifted and talented opportunities for elementary students, advanced middle school curriculum based on the internationally recognized Cambridge program, and increased opportunities to take challenging coursework and earn college credits. Next slide. So the schools identified here received recognition for academic excellence. Wilson Elementary School is the 2019 recipient of the Delaware Department of Education Schools of Continued Excellence and a 2020 National Blue Ribbon School. Christiana High School and Middle School Honors Academy is the 2019 National ESEA Distinguished Recognition School. McClary is a 2021 DDOE Recognition School. McVeigh is a 2021 National DDOE Recognition School and a recipient of the 2021 National ESEA Distinguished Recognition. West Park is a 2019 Delaware Department of Education School of Continued Excellence and a 2019 National Blue Ribbon School. Gallagher School is a 2019 PBS, which is Positive Behavior Support Recognition School for Phase 4, Tier 2. The same for Keene Elementary, and they are also a 2021 PBS Project Recognition Phase 4 school. And then lastly, our Shumadale Middle School is a 2019 PBS Project Recognition Phase 4 Tier 2 school. Next slide. 2021 for SHU as well, always adding on to the excellence. So as you can see, we serve greatness for lunch here in CSD. You'll see what I mean as you hear from all of the leaders this evening. So to highlight though some of that special programming I mentioned, I'm going to pass it over to our Director of Special Services, Mrs. Ryan, and our Director of Student Services, Dr. Moody.
Thank you, Dr. Joyner. So on our first slide, you'll see some of our special programs mentioned. We have the Brennan School. We also have Brennan Offsite Classrooms. That was it. You got it. One more. There you go. The Delaware School for the Deaf, Network School for Employability, and the REACH program, which is our program for students with moderate to severe disabilities. All of these programs are located within some of the programs, I should say, are located within our comprehensive schools. The programs include important components such as community-based instruction. They have staff members who are certified in their fields, and all of our specialized programs work on communication for the students and also on the individual education programs of our students. Now, while these programs in particular are not open to the choice program for you to choice into, we wanted you to be aware of them, as all of our comprehensive schools, whether it's elementary, middle, or high, have a full spectrum of services for students with special needs. These programs are extra to support our students. So again, while you can't choice into these programs, they are located within our district, and all of our programs and all of our special education students in our comprehensive schools are working really hard on their individual goals. Dr. Moody.
Okay, yes, thank you. And so this current school year, we continued with our plan to have the Christina School District Virtual Academy. Next slide, please.
Just a little technical difficulty. I've been trying to advance. Just 1 second.
Okay. I'll go ahead and chat about it. The Christina School District Virtual Academy, we started with it in a hybrid motion last year, but then we went into full swing for this school year because families found that environment was pretty much what worked for them and their students. So it is a fully online K-12 program, and students attend class virtually, as well as we have licensed and credentialed teachers who are standing in front of our scholars for the virtual academy. And they use the same academic standards and district policies as the rest of the scholars in our school district. This year, this choice open period starting November 1st, we will include the Christina School District Virtual Academy on the choice application. And the elementary virtual academy is housed at the Gallagher Elementary School. The middle schools classes are held at the Kirk Middle School. And then our grades 9 through 12 are channeled through our Sarah Pyle Academy for our Christina School Virtual Academy. So you will have those options on the choice application next month for the 22-23 school year. Thank you. So next, to talk about our elementary school highlights, we have Principal Mrs. Castle from the Gallagher School and Mrs. Tara Belletti from the Keene Elementary School.
Good evening. My name is Erin Castle. I am the principal of Gallagher Elementary. It's my great pleasure to bring you some information this evening on the different offerings at the elementary level. And as Dr. Moody just indicated, the Christina School District Virtual Academy for elementary school is housed at Gallagher. And should you have any questions or want to know more about it, that would be an opportunity this evening after the joint presentation to come and visit our site and visit our Zoom and have your questions answered. So regarding general elementary school and the highlights, we begin in the very early years of life with our Christina Early Education Center and Stubbs Early Education Center. These are two wonderful programs housed at both of those individual locations. The goal of both of these programs is really to provide a healthy and safe environment for young children to begin their school career, where they will encounter positive, warm interactions with their teachers and just develop a love of learning. And that's really the greatest focus. Our students that attend school, that both Christina Early Education Center and Stubbs Early Education Center may have early identified special needs that are targeted and addressed by the highly qualified teachers and paras that work at both of those locations. And then also typically developing students to learn alongside, and just what really becomes an excellent, just an excellent interaction and excellent environment that students really do begin to develop a love of learning. Next slide, please. We are proud as Christina Elementary Schools to be using Benchmark. Benchmark advances a new curriculum that has been adopted. It's been something that's been in place in the city for a number of years, and we've now adopted it at in the suburbs as well. And we are just so thrilled. It's an excellent program. It spirals really strong literacy skills through the use of complex texts. It allows students to have embedded opportunities for writing, as part of the typical curriculum. It's just an excellent resource, and our teachers have been really digging in. It offers great opportunities for differentiation through like, again, level text differentiated opportunities for students of varying needs, whether they be multilingual learners, even maybe non-native speakers, or maybe even students who need additional support in different components of literacy. And that it really affords those opportunities. So we're very pleased to have that. And as we get to know that just a little better. Next slide, please. In math, we also are fortunate. We use the Bridges curriculum, which has two really strong components. It has the Bridges core component, and it also houses a number corner component. Both of these are excellent resources and excellent curricula for teachers to use to develop students' overall strand knowledge of mathematics. So those core operations, as well as just developing a really strong number sense. And it does this through, of course, just general core content and core instruction, but also incorporates the use of so many games and other just activities that bring real life data tracking and high functioning operational use to the classroom. So it's a really great opportunity for students to track over time and develop those skills, not necessarily into mastery in one unit, but developing them over time through multiple foci. Okay, next slide, please. I can see Elvis working on it. I can see it.
To us. Yeah.
All right, super. And then last but not least, we have some fantastic social and emotional learning programs in elementary. There are four core programs that are used. I can speak to some, and then Ms. Taraboletti will be speaking to a few as well. One of the programs that we house at Gallagher and is used in a number of different schools in the elementary level is called Leader in Me. And that focuses on the 7 habits of highly effective people by Dr. Covey. And it's taken, it takes those 7 habits and really formulates them into how students at the elementary level can really flesh those out to become leaders in their own space. And we know that not everyone can be a leader in the same way, but but Leader in Me really helps students see that everybody can be a leader and everyone has leadership potential. So that's something that we're using at Gallagher, and we've had great success. I know a lot of other schools are using that as well. One of the other things that our schools use, and we can talk more about that in our more specific programs, would be positive behavior support system. So that is our PBS model. That's a tiered approach to behavior intervention to make sure that students are demonstrating great behavior and they're rewarded for showing those excellent core and key traits that we want to see replicated in the entire student body. Ms. Taraboletti?
Ms. Castle. Hello, everyone. My name is Marianne Taraboletti. I'm the principal at Keene Elementary School. Beyond the classroom. So there's multiple things that we do beyond the classroom here in Christina, because we understand the importance of having engaging and enrichment opportunities, not only within the classroom, but outside the classroom as well. So there's things such as Lego League, Science Olympiad, Geography Bee, Service Project, Girls on the Run, Band and Chorus, After School Clubs. Some of the clubs we do here at Keene, we have a gardening club. We did have a running club, and we did start a few years ago, the Route 40 Intramural Basketball League, which was the kids absolutely loved it. That was a great time. So hopefully we'll be bringing that back. I know some schools also do cheerleading, different things of that nature. Next slide, please. Art, music, and PE. All students have the opportunity to participate in specials, which is what we call them. Each day they go to a different special. During this time, students learn a different variety of things, like, for instance, coding in the library, rhythm and music in PE and music class, and different mediums in art class. Next slide, please, Alba. Multilingual learners. Our multilingual learners, those are our students who speak a language other than English as their first language. The Christina School District provides our multilingual learners with academic and social English language skills needed for them to be successful in school. All students, including our multilingual learners, follow the Christina School District curriculum, and they receive grades from the regular education teacher on grade level standards as well. And this is a combination of pull-out and push-in services. Next slide, please. On the Montessori program. Our Montessori Academy offers a Montessori program at the elementary level in Wilmington. The Montessori method is based on the scientific research of Dr. Maria Montessori. She believes that children are innate learners. They're driven by curiosity. They thrive in settings prepared specifically for them. So at Bancroft, they offer a full day program. It's for grades 1 through 5. It's from, I believe, 8:30 to 3:30. It's at the Bancroft School. And that's also available with school choice for grades 1 through 3. The Chinese immersion program, which is at Downs Elementary. That program offers language immersion in Mandarin Chinese. It's for kindergarten through 5th grade students. That's a part of a statewide world language immersion program. So basically with this program at Downs, students learn Chinese by encountering and using the language in multiple meaningful contexts. For example, students will have reading instruction in English, but they may have instruction in math and other subjects in Mandarin Chinese. So these students will spend half of their school day immersed in the English language and then the other half in Chinese. Next slide, please.
Go ahead, Mary Ellen, she'll catch up.
I think that was my last slide.
Okay, awesome.
It was, if I can, thank you very much, ladies. If I can bring forward Mr. Paul Dunford, who is our Director of Teaching and Learning, and he oversees our middle schools as well as our Bancroft and Byard schools, and he will give you some of the highlights at the middle school level. Mr. Dunford. Having difficulty with his audio.
Yep, just give it a second. Yep.
Oh, he said his sound crashed. Okay. Let me just see one thing here.
Well, why don't you go to the next slide? I'm happy to take it
Okay.
till he's able to join us.
Mhm.
Dr. Joyner,
Yes, ma'am.
I can send you,
You can move to the next slide if you want. So we've already highlighted some of the social emotional learning activities and resources that we have at our disposal at the elementary schools. We certainly continue that work as our students move to the middle school level. There are a myriad of programs used. It is targeted, it is focused, there are goals, and our students really, really enjoy not only learning it, but our teachers enjoy teaching it.
so Dr. Moody, I'm sorry, Dr. Joyner, if you can open your email, you can view. You can.
I have it too. We can tag team.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Dr. Moody.
Thank you very much about the social emotional learning. We have activities that include self-awareness. Then we base it off of the castle signature components. And it's about self-awareness, self-management, regulation, relationship building. And we do this as well at the middle school level. You can go to the next slide. And for vocational, in addition to our academic curriculum, because our babies in middle school are about to go into the high school arena where we have pathways that we mentioned earlier. And so we teach occupational, vocational, and career and technical subjects. And we also instruct students individually as well as in small groups, such as lectures, discussions, and demonstrations. And because students have varying needs, we adapt our teaching methods and instructional materials to meet their needs and interests. So for instance, in our middle schools, we have some career and technical education courses such as family consumer science, business, agricultural science, and computer science.
I can take this one. At Christina, music is a fundamental part of human life, along with the rest of the arts and humanities, a fundamental part of a well-rounded education. Our middle school arts program is designed to instill in all students an appreciation and love of the arts. Students are exposed to each art discipline: visual art, theater, chorus, band, and movement. Next slide. Athletics are also an important part of our middle school experience. There you go. From learning new physical skills and sportsmanship to simply enjoying the thrill of activity and competition. In our sports program at Christina, on top of the thrill of competing and having fun with friends, students experience benefits that support their academic, their social, and their emotional growth in middle school. Our coaches, our teachers, and our club leaders work together to ensure that our students are performing in their academics and extracurricular activities. Okay,
and our Chinese immersion program that you heard Mrs. Castle mention earlier, I think it was Mrs. Castle, sorry, starts at the kindergarten level. And it also goes through the middle school level. So at Shoemadill Middle School, we have a Chinese immersion program there. And students who wish to continue will be able to continue their Chinese journey, their Mandarin journey at the Newark High School as a offshoot of their current existing program. So the whole goal is to develop proficiency in Mandarin Chinese, to maintain and extend students' proficiency in English, to develop high levels of academic attainment, meeting or exceeding national and state standards through rigorous study and instruction aligned with the Massachusetts curriculum frameworks, and to develop students' understanding of the Chinese culture and their ability to interact successfully with the language.
Yeah.
Next slide, please. Okay, so at this time,
the Middle School Honors Academy.
Yep.
All right, I'll take that one. Okay, all right. So the Middle School Honors Academy at the Christiana High School campus is a rigorous middle school academic program for students in grades 6 through 8. The implementation of the Middle School Honors Academy also creates a 6 through 12 grade Honors Academy option at Christiana High School. So after doing the Middle School Honors Academy at Christiana High School campus, it's located there on the campus, you could then matriculate to the High School Honors Academy, making it a 6 through 12 program. Next slide. I should also mention about the Honors Academy too, that it provides opportunities for high achieving and dedicated students that'll bolster their college applications, help them grow into well-rounded young adults, and also help them to better compete nationally to be accepted into colleges and universities of their choice. And here, we try to meet the needs of all students, and each year we evaluate the offerings of activities that we have for students. So some current examples listed here, as you can see, AVID, the Cambridge program, BPA, FFA, FFCLA. We have all kinds of acronyms at the middle school level, Math Counts, Math League, Mentoring, Science Olympiad, TSA, and so much more. And you can hear more about those acronyms when you visit those particular schools. Some group ideas are generated from our CTE courses, and some topics are given, such as after school music programs, jazz, band, and even book clubs. So we have a variety of offerings that continue to change throughout the year. Next slide.
Hello, and thank you, Dr. Joyner. I'll take it from here if you don't mind. Good evening, Christina School District family. My name is
you mean we'll take it from here? Unique, wasn't that? You mean we'll take it from here?
I apologize to my esteemed colleague, Dr. Seligman. We will take it from here.
Because we know the high schools are about to turn this up. Here we go.
All day, we are ready. So I am Dr. Unique Lawrence, and I am the incredibly proud principal of Christiana High School and Middle School Honors Academy, home of the victorious Vikings. And I am even more excited this evening to be able to share with you some information about our outstanding high schools. Each of our high schools offers a blend of excellent core academic courses while specializing in specific programmatic pathways. This slide represents a compilation of all of the different programmatic pathways available in the Christina School District, specifically Christiana High School. And did I mention that we are home of the victorious Vikings?
Yes.
We maintain a focus on agricultural sciences and health sciences. Glasgow High School, the Mighty Dragons, focuses on hospitality, culinary arts, business, and humanities. And our very own Yellow Jackets of Newark High, Fear the Swarm.
That's right.
Offers specific opportunities in the arts and innovation technologies. So through our partnerships with local universities, each of our high schools offers advanced academic opportunities. These include opportunities to earn university credits while in high school. At Christiana, it's the High School Honors and Dual Enrollment Academy. At Glasgow, it's the Early College Leadership Academy. And at Newark, it's the Cambridge and AP program that they call the CAP program. And now I turn it over to Dr. Seligman, the proud principal of Newark High School.
Good evening, everybody. I am Aaron Seligman, and I am the incredibly proud principal at Newark High School. And I am honored this evening to be able to continue to share with you information about Christina's 3 outstanding high schools. I also want to give a shout out to our third musketeer, Mr. Butch Ingram, who is the principal at Glasgow High School. Shout out to you, Butch. I know you'll do a great job in your presentations coming up for your school. And throughout our schools and all of our schools, really, Christina School District pride is absolutely evident. All of our high schools offer a variety of unique and specialized offerings, not you unique, just unique and specialized offerings. 2 examples of that are advanced placement and honors courses as well as dual enrollment opportunities where we have partnerships with Wilmington University and the University of Delaware. Our high schools also maintain a highly active and very competitive athletics program with many historic victories and recent wins to share amongst all of us. Isn't that right, Dr. Lawrence?
Absolutely. Didn't I say victorious Vikings?
You did a couple times, I think. All right, and for our students who need additional support to reach graduation, our ultimate end goal and beyond, the Christina School District offers many comprehensive and supportive programs. Mental health services, life skills training, and post-high school transitioning are just some of the important supports that can be offered. Finally, our goal is to provide your student with the best high school experience possible and to prepare them for anything that they might want to do after high school. We take incredible pride in all of our students who choose to go on to four-year colleges, trade apprenticeships, or choose to serve our country in the military. No matter what your dreams are, the Christina School District's high schools can absolutely help to make them a reality.
Wow. You two need to take that show on the road. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Sure. Now we have
Well,
our
that's-
Senior Director of Teaching and Learning, Mr. Dean Ivory.
Well, that's a tough act to follow. Luckily, I get to work with those amazing principals each and every day. My name is Dean Ivory. I'm the Senior Director of Teaching and Learning, and specifically in charge of our high schools and our high school programming. And as Dr. Seligman and Dr. Lawrence so eloquently stated, we have lots of opportunities for our students in the college and career readiness avenue. And it's important to note that we don't expect every student to go to college. However, we do expect every student who graduates from Christina to have the skills and knowledge to pursue college or some type of post-secondary education, such as a trade school, if they so choose, right? It's college and career readiness. So they have that opportunity. Currently, as we heard already, advanced placement programming, as well as dual enrollment opportunities. And just to give a little explanation of dual enrollment, that means kids are earning college credit while they are in high school through our partnerships with our Delaware institutions. Last year alone, our district high schools offered 17 different college courses directly to our students. And they earned these courses and took these courses right on the campuses of our high schools, earning over 600 credits, college credits last year alone. And just think about that. For those of us that have kids in college, to have the opportunity for our kids to walk into the college experience already with college credits under their belt, not only is that a cost saving for the family, but it also really prepares them for success and sets them up for success once they enter college. The district continues to emphasize the importance of offering opportunities for all of our students to earn college credit, especially adding these dual enrollment opportunities connected to each student's career and technical education program of study, such as, and you've heard some of them already, our Finance Academy, our Teachers Academy, Digital Communications Technology, Marketing, Engineering, Medical Sciences, Engineering, Computer Science, and Agriculture. Again, just to name a few, that list is not all inclusive, but just a highlight of some of our career and technical education programs that our students are able to engage with. The district is also placing an emphasis on opportunities for our career and technical education students to garner work-based learning experiences in their senior year. Our vision for our high school students moving forward is to ensure that students have the opportunity to graduate with not only college credits, but with work-based learning experience such as co-op experiences, internships, job shadowing opportunities. These are critical components to ensure our students leave high school college and career ready. We want our students to have that opportunity to make that choice on what they want to do. Finally, the last piece of that component is our investment into our platform, which we call Zello. Zello allows students to complete an interest inventory called Matchmaker that links their interests with dozens of potential career considerations. With that, students can explore those career interests and the post-secondary training that is needed for that profession. This tool provides them with the earning potential and the strategies needed to get into that line of work, and really immerses with them, is this the career that I'm looking for? Because many of our young people at that age are really struggling to find out, well, where do I go? What do I do? What is my career of choice? Zello helps them narrow down some of those choices. We are truly excited about the college and career readiness opportunities that are growing in the district and continuing to grow and develop and strengthen our implementation and communication of these plans so that all students have the opportunity to earn credit, participate in work-based learning opportunities, and explore potential careers while solidifying their plans for beyond graduation. Ultimately, that's what we want from our students. Back to you, Dr. Moody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, friend. At this time, I would like to pass it over to Mrs. Janet McMahon. She's our school choice specialist. Anything that we need to know about school choice, she's going to give us a brief overview of that, and then she will have her separate Zoom room if you just want to pop in and ask specific questions. Mrs. McMahon?
Thank you very much, Dr. Moody. Well, good evening, Christina families. You've heard all these wonderful things going on in the Christina School District, and I will help you get to the schools that you want to get to and through the State School Choice Program. The State School Choice Program runs every year, the first Monday in November to the second Wednesday in January. So for this year, it starts on Monday, November 1st and ends on Wednesday, January 12th of 2022 for grades 1 through 12. Kindergarten choice is open to the first day of school in the summer, whether it be August or September, which if you know what you want to do and you know what school you want to choice to, please, please, please apply by January 12th, because our schools are popular. They do fill up fast. And once they fill up, we wouldn't be able to open them again for choice. So please submit your applications by January 12th. Even if you are a parent of a kindergarten student, get in early. Okay, students must be registered in their school of residence, what we call their feeder school. Okay, so they have an active state ID. If your student is already attending a traditional public school in Delaware, even if you're choice to another district, then you do not need to pre-register. But if you're an incoming student from private school, an incoming kindergartners, or if you're already in a choice school that might be a charter school or vocational school, you do need to pre-register in your next year building, next year grade. So if you're an 8th grader now, you will need to pre-register in 9th grade in your high school feeder pattern school. You may apply to more than one school, but you must list your choice in priority order, because the way the computer looks at processing choice, they look at your first choice. And then they move on to your second choice, third choice, if there's no openings in your first choice. So please list your schools in priority order. And that's within the district, traditional districts like Christina, Red Clay, Colonial, Brandywine, and Appoquinimink. If you are applying to a charter school, they are individual entities and you apply directly to them. And of course, you only have the one choice. Vocational schools, you do have 3 choices because the Newcastle County Vocational School District does have more than one school. Another item to mention, kindergartners must be 5 on or before August 31st of 2022. You do not have to wait until your child turns 5 in May or June or July. You can register, pre-register as we call it, beginning November 1st. So that's, you don't have to wait. Please register early. It's important because we need that active state ID to start processing your choice applications as they are submitted. Next slide, please. With choice, transportation is the responsibility of the parent. Okay, we do let choice students ride existing bus stops if there is space available. So please contact our transportation department on 454-2281. Press extension 0. You might have to leave a message. give them your home address and ask them where the nearby choice bus stop would be to the choice school you are considering. Again, this is based on available seating, and if you are choosing to another district or you're an added district student choosing into the Christina School District, there might be a bus nearby, or you might have to drive a little bit to a bus stop, or if anything, and there are no bus stops available, you will be responsible for taking your child to and from the school. Okay, as we talked earlier about the Middle School Honors Academy in grades 6th, 7th, and 8th at Christiana High School, you must apply for state school choice and fill out the standard application for choice in order to be considered for the Middle School Honors Academy. You also must complete a Middle School Honors Academy application. That application can be found on the Christina School District homepage with a link, and you go right into Christiana High School and get more information on the Honors Academy, and you will see the application there. That part of the application does get submitted directly to Christiana High School. The choice application you do online, and it would get submitted to my office here in Education Options. We also have a Chinese immersion program at our Downs Elementary School that is available through choice, and it is only for kindergarten students. It is a program that goes up to grade 9, but you do have to apply for kindergarten. We start everybody at kindergarten. Okay, and you must complete, again, the choice application. Even if you are in Downs feeder, you must complete a choice application for the Chinese immersion program. When you go online, you will see the drop down for the Chinese immersion program for Downs, and you must contact Downs Elementary School and complete a Chinese immersion application for Downs Elementary as well. Next slide, please. Okay, now for our Chinese immersion program in grades 6 through 8 at our Shoe Middle School, you will need to complete this choice application, the standard application again, for the middle school grades 6th, 7th, and 8th, and you will need to contact the Shoe Middle School to also complete their Chinese application. Now, the prerequisite for this middle school program is prior Chinese immersion instruction or fluency in Mandarin. This is not a beginner session. You do have to have prior experience. So please, if you have any questions, you can contact the principal, Ms. Savage, over at Shoe Middle School, and she'll be glad to answer any questions that you might have. And students that wish to continue with their Chinese proficiency in grade 9 at Newark High School, you do need to fill out the choice application if you're outside the feeder pattern of Newark High School, because we will have, some people that might be interested in the Chinese, continuing on with their Chinese experience that might be coming from other districts or other schools where Newark is not your natural feeder pattern. So the district will notify parents by the end of February as to whether their child has been invited, waitlisted, or rejected. Okay, if you are invited, you could possibly receive many invitations. You could receive one invitation. You could receive no invitations. But if you do get an invitation, you must reply to that invitation no later than March 18th. If we do not receive a response on your invitation by March 18th, we will consider it null and void, and you won't be able to get that choice. Okay, if you are on the waiting list for a school, the waiting list stays open to the first day of school, either August or September, when we begin the 22-23 school year. So it could be possible that you'll get a call in June or July or August for that seat that you're on the waiting list for. If you do accept a choice invitation and you reside outside the Christina School District, or your child currently attends a school outside the Christina School District, you do have to register in the choice school. We prefer that you register no later than May 15th, and please register as soon as you turn in your acceptance for that choice invitation. It is important that you register because we need to know that you are accepted into the program and that you are going to attend. Okay, and the next slide, please. Choice is a one-year program. Students attending Choice Charter or Vocational School must remain in attendance in that school for 1 full school year. If you are choiced to a charter school, the charter school will make you sign a first-year charter agreement. That is an agreement binding by Title 14 of the Educational Code that you will remain in that charter school for 1 full school year. So please read your agreements carefully if you are accepting an invitation to a charter school. Also, choice is a 1-year agreement. You are bound to stay in that choice school for 1 full school year. This is the open period between November and January is the one and only time of year that you can apply for choice without reason. So please, even if you're on the fence about a school, please apply for it, because once the January deadline comes, you will not be able to submit a choice application for grades 1 through 12. So if apply to many schools, we don't look at those applications and say somebody applied for 5 schools, we're not going to give them an application, but definitely apply for all schools you're even remotely interested in, because see what kind of invitations you get, and then you can answer those invitations no later than March 18th. We will have an online choice application available that is on our district website. The link will begin at 8 a.m. on Monday, November 1st, and it will be on there until 11:59 p.m. on January 12th. So there is an online choice. If you're not comfortable with the online choice application, there will be paper choice applications for you to download, complete. Just make sure that you get them to the Education Options Department at the Drew Education Center no later than the deadline. If you have any questions, you can contact the Education Options Office. That's my office. My number is 552-2665. And we're there every day to help you and with any questions. And also I'll be available after this presentation. There'll be a Zoom link in the chat where you can talk to me and ask me any questions that you might have about school choice or applying for school choice.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mrs. McMahon, and to all of our fine presenters. Thank you very much for your information, your time and your talent. I'm most grateful for your assistance with our families. At this time, I know our families are anxious to jet off into a different direction to meet with our school leaders individually. We will place a link in the chat box, and that link in the chat box, if you will copy and paste it into your browser, and it will open up a web page for you, and you can click on any of the schools there. Our time is a little bit shifted, so let's look at 650, 650 to 720, and then 720 to 750 for the second one. Okay, so did I do that right? 650 to 720 is 30 minutes, right? Okay, and 720 to 750. And so our leaders so you can go back to that same link and choose the second school if you so prefer to do so. Okay, with that, everyone, Mrs. Mobley did put that link in the chat box. You can go ahead and go to your individual school meetings. Leaders, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will hang tight a little bit here in the main room in case there are some folks who need some guidance. Thank you all. You will be dismissed from the school presentations. Enjoy your night. Thank you.